What if the healthcare system that you've trusted with your life was never designed to keep you healthy in the first place? Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse. In today's video, we're going to discuss what the reality is of healthcare in the United States, where this came from, this hamster wheel that we've been treading on in the healthcare and medical industrial complex, and what it is that you can do to take back your agency, your sovereignty in health, and wrest it away from companies and industries that want to destroy your life and extract every last penny from you to leave you in poverty and your children with nothing to inherit. So friends, we're going to start out this video with how we got here, because history is important to contextualize what we're currently experiencing, and also naming the issue specifically, identifying a path forward where you can wrest back control into your life and hopefully some of your money too from these people who want to keep you in perpetual serfdom. And then also practically steps moving forward to shield your health and ensure your overall well-being, regardless of what the economy is doing, how bad things are, if we're back into another depression, and whether or not healthcare is available for you in the future. So the reality here, friends, is that what you have experienced in the United States, if you were born from the late 40s forward in the US, you have experienced a medical industrial complex that is the remnant, effectively, of the retooling that happened in our economy in World War II. The United States experienced a rapid shift in the way that industries and governments started working together in order to deliver the victory of the Allies over the Axis. So whether this was agriculture or whether this was steel and general manufacturing or specifically healthcare, everything about the way that healthcare was delivered to people, the interaction between doctors, patients, hospitals, etc., everything changed after World War II. That's how we got the current situation we experience today, where you are effectively a number, just a little wheel that's spinning in an entire system. Gone are the days of the country doctor and the family friend who would come and visit you in your home and attend to you while you were sick. Nowadays, if you're lucky enough to actually still have health care and health insurance, and it doesn't rob you of more than 25% of your take-home paycheck, then you're doing pretty well. And when you consider also the overall experience of people going into the healthcare system in the United States, and it is a system, it's no longer a relationship, this is about what you can expect. And tell me in the comments if you haven't experienced something similar. You're going to go to the doctor and you're going to wait. You may wait 30 minutes, an hour past when your appointment time is. You may see the physician for 15 minutes. You have a hurried conversation. You're so in a tizzy to get everything out that you forget some of the questions that you may have had, unless you wrote them down. Highly recommend. And then when you leave the office, you don't really feel like you've gotten a plan together. You may have a prescription in your hand for a pill that you may or may not have wanted, and now you get another pharmaceutical to add to the repertoire of the 12 you already take. That's the reality for many people in the United States, and increasingly a large number of the baby boomer population. And this is for a reason. It was set up and targeted for a very specific purpose. The healthcare system was never designed to convey wellness to you, friends. From the very beginning, this was designed to extract the maximum amount of wealth from you, particularly the baby boomers, so that your wealth, your savings would be dried up at the end of your life, so you had nothing to leave to your children, and they would also be in perpetual servitude. How this happened is effectively telling people that the common sense of Dr. Mom, the old ways, the country ways of having quality breakfast cooked every day and having 3 square meals a day, having nutrition that was put on the plate instead of packaged food, this is really what we have been told is antiquated or perhaps important, but not so important as getting your annual checkup and making sure that you're taking your pills as prescribed by your physician. The point is, friends, that we have a system that is not designed to support you from the bottom up. It's designed to suppress your symptoms of inflammation from the top down. We have a system of symptom suppression in the United States, not wellness and health support. And that is a key difference between the way that violists like myself, who happen to have a background as a nurse, versus the atomist, the white coat world, who's all about control it, suppress it. The way that we have developed in the United States as a healthcare system is really one of incestuous reliance upon the government and lobbyists and large pharmaceutical companies to keep you stupid, to keep you ignorant, and to keep you quiet, good little compliant patients, but no more. I could tell you story after story after story from my clinical experience. For instance, like when I was in the ER and I had patients come in who told me that they were dutifully following the protocol that their physician had given them to manage their diabetes, to manage their heart issues, and yet they were coming in recurrently with the same issues that supposedly these pills were supposed to help them with in the first place, not realizing that they weren't going to get healed this way. So friends, how is it that we regain this control? And what happens if we don't have this current system in the United States? We're going to talk about how to regain control here in just a second, but I want to give to you a picture and paint to you an idea of what happens when this infrastructure is no longer available. We're seeing this actually take shape now in the form of premiums rising to levels where people no longer can afford insurance. Yeah, technically the hospital may be there, but you're going to go and wait, and a bunch of illegals are going to be seen before you. You're going to go and wait, and the care that you get is probably going to be subpar from someone who has no empathy, but they have their face in a screen the entire time. The reality is that while healthcare may be available, in most cases nowadays, it is not affordable and it's not good quality care. It's rare that you get a clinician that actually cares about you and has empathy nowadays for various different reasons that are probably the subject of another video. The reality is, friends, especially for the baby boomers and the Gen Xers, no one is going to care about your health more than you, friends, and you cannot rely upon someone with letters after their name and a nice starched white coat to advocate for your health and give you the best path forward for caring for your wellness. It is a stewardship responsibility that God has given you to take care of for yourself and for your family in the future. And if it's not there because we can't afford it, or because the infrastructure is crumbling, or because we go into a second Great Depression and the economy goes into free fall, how are we going to maintain our health? How are we going to keep our family well, avoid doctor visits, avoid spending money going to this medical industrial complex, and take back the agency that we need in order for our families to be healthy? For those of you who have parents or grandparents who went through the Great Depression, you will know that disease was something that people dealt with, particularly when people were not getting enough food. In the area of the nation where I am, in Appalachia, my grandparents have told me stories about what they ate, and in many cases, it wasn't very much. Poor dentition, chronic inflammation, and other types of diseases started showing up in children, including an increase in infectious diseases because they were malnourished. Could we possibly be in a situation where we see something like that happen again? Absolutely, we could. How is it that we position ourselves to need this system that wants to extract every last dime out of us less? How do we need them less in the good times and also shield ourselves from the potential downside of an economic collapse and of hard times coming back? How do we shield our family's health in those times as well? The answer, friends, is what is on your plate. So if you have been paying attention to your grocery bill over the past couple of years, you've noticed that it has climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed. This is not on accident. Inflation is very real. It is certainly not what the official numbers would have you believe. Most people who are paying for their groceries and doing their own shopping are realizing just how expensive it is to eat well anymore. Personally, I think this is also by design, as we discussed, to extract the last bit of wealth out of the baby boomers as they get older. Because once you reach a certain point in your lifetime as a consumer, and the powers that be have got this mapped out, these people who sit and cogitate about how do we get the last bit of people under our thumb, these people have figured it out that once you get to a certain age, you've already bought the biggest washers and dryers and big screen TVs that you're going to buy. You probably already own your house. So what's the last way that they get you to spend money? By keeping you sick. So how do you need these people less? How do you keep the wealth that you have accumulated? How do you keep your health that is its own form of wealth? How do you keep this from getting taken by these people? You have to know how to stratify your food. You have to know how to utilize your resources wisely, even if the grocery bill is climbing, even if, for instance, you're not able to purchase the things that you wish. How is it that we best utilize these resources? We are going to be launching this week on Black Friday the course I have been laboring over for over a year, and it is called Strategic Nutrition for Survival. Friends, this is not a diet course. This is not a how to shop course necessarily. This is a strategic blueprint for resilience in your health based on what is in your plate and going into your mouth. In this course, we're going to cover supporting your metabolism, controlling chronic inflammation. How do we utilize the different nutrients that are in our food? How do we source them in a way that best supports our health right now? helps us to support the body in fighting different diseases and also gives us more resilience and more armor in hard times against infectious diseases. We also talk about what it looks like, and I show you pictures and examples of what it looks like when people develop these long-term deficits and the diseases that manifest as a consequence. This is not a supplement program. This is not a wellness program. This is not a course designed to sell you a bunch of pills. I want to teach you how to think and stratify your resources that God has given you in a way that reflects good stewardship for you, your children, and your whole family. We also talk about how to care for vulnerable populations in this course: infants and young children, people with chronic diseases, people who have different specific dietary restrictions such as gluten intolerance. How do we care for people in good times and also stratify our food reserves for the rough times? How do we utilize our food reserves in the best way possible to keep our families well? This course is jam-packed not only with several hours of video learning components, but also we have quizzes, we have exams at the end, and also exercises to put you into a place of looking at what you have at home, identifying gaps in your coverage, and helping you to be strategic in your purchases of your food store so that way you are utilizing your resources in the most practical and wise way. Because it's Black Friday, we are offering a one-time $50 discount. I realize that things are challenging right now in the economy, and this is going to be the deepest discount that we offer. I've tried as best as possible to make this at a point where people can access it. It's definitely an investment of your time and your resources, but friends, I believe that it's going to help you with your investment make wiser decisions, wiser choices, and you're definitely going to turn out at a profit long-term, in my opinion, if you apply what you learn from this course. If you would like to join the email list, you can look in the description box below, and there's a link there that will take you to the sign up for the course email launch. That way you can stay updated and also get your discount code. Overall, friends, these choices that we have to make, these are things that value life and they sustain life and family, and they keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. And we want to make sure that you have on this earth, with the time that God has given you, the most amount of resources and the most amount of health to maximize the enjoyment and the time that you have with the people in your life that you love. After all, that is why we are here in the first place, to love on people and to glorify God. Friends, the ultimate rebellion against a system that hates you is to need it less. And how we need them less is to educate ourselves more. To be more self-sufficient, we have to start with the fundamentals. The fundamentals are the way that we build a solid foundation for a future that is uncertain. The wise man built his house upon the rock, and we want to build our future on solid, firm foundational principles that can guide us through the most difficult and stormy of weather. Do not wait for this system to save you. Do not wait for the doctor to save you. However nice they are working upon information that has come to them through a flawed paradigm. And that paradigm is you follow the protocol. It'll keep you from being sued for malpractice, but it's not really going to keep people well. It's not going to return them to health. It will sell them pills. It will keep them coming back for more appointments and more diagnostics, but ultimately they're not going to get well. You can take back your ownership of your health. You can ensure that you are best equipped to care for your family's needs moving forward and also to make better purchases with the resources that we have in a time where groceries are sky high. We don't prep out of fear, we prep out of love, and we take action in confidence and boldness, knowing that God has given us our resources, but it's our job to steward them well. If you got value out of this video, please share this with one person. And also, friends, if you're interested in the Black Friday deal, make sure that you sign up in the link in the description box below. We'll get that email out to you and let you know when it's launched. Black Friday, $50 off. We also are having sales on our medical kits, friends, and that price is going up next year because our shipping costs are going up approximately 10%. So the best possible deal that I can offer you on the medical kits is going to be Black Friday as well. Take advantage of these deals while I have them. The price is going to go up for the medical kits and for everything else really next year. So I hope you have a great rest of the 2025 holiday season. Have a good time with your family, friends. May the Lord bless and keep you all. For now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off, and I'll see you all later. Bye.